Okay, so going to the hospital end of July, and there a couple weeks, so August of 23, I get out of the hospital. And what they want to do is they want to do another ablation, which is where they go and they burn off the wire, some more of the wiring to the heart. They want to do some surgery on my leg. There's like a artery or something. It's called the GSV, I think. No, the saphenous vein, great saphenous vein or something like that. So it's like this big vein that runs the length of your leg. Anyway, they want to kill it. They want to laser it on one end and laser it on the other and kill it. Starting in my groin down to my ankle, and then they want to tear out a bunch of veins and stuff in my right leg to improve my circulation, because that's a lot of my problem, I guess. So by this time I've been to the hospital 3 times. I decided I need to stop doing the morning work. So I say, hey, I gotta stop doing the morning work, and they're super nice people, so they say, okay, you stop doing the morning work and come back when you can. So anyway, the ablation was in October, and then I had to recover from that for a couple months, and then I had the surgery on my leg, and that was 6 to 8 weeks of recovery on my leg. So this is October, this is mid-December, like December 15th, leg surgery. So I am very sedentary, really, from the time I stopped working in the mornings end of August, or sometime, no, not end of August, early August, mid-August of 23. I'm pretty miserable, not working, not doing anything. And then I have the ablation in October, and I have the surgery in December. So here we are in January, and I am weighing about 250 to 260 maybe pounds. So I've gone up from my average of 230 to somewhere in there. So they call me and say, hey, what do you think about coming back and working? And honestly, I'd kind of had it in my head I wanted to not do that, which is stupid, because I need the activity. I need a reason to be forced to get out of bed. It's just how I am. I'm stupid like that. But, you know, when I left, it was like 3 hours a day, and I just didn't want to go back and do that. But it's funny, because when they called, they said the guy that had taken over for me had left because they cut the hours down. Now it's an hour and a half instead of 3. And they knew kind of the less was better for me. They said, you want to come back to this shorter schedule? And I said, okay. So sometime in mid-January, January 15th maybe, I went back and I started cleaning in the mornings 5 days a week, and my weight wasn't doing anything except kind of creeping up. If anything, creeping up. I like hit 280, and then I came back down and up and down, and just creeping and creeping and creeping. And so I started getting kind of scared, and my heart was acting up, my lungs are acting up. I don't know if I mentioned there's lung stuff going on too. But anyway, so I joined the gym. I joined the gym in January, February, March. I joined the gym in early March, and 2 weeks in, I didn't even go once. Or no, it was probably January, February. It's probably late February. So like I go a couple weeks and I don't even go once. So that's when I went in and signed up for the personal trainer. I signed up for 6 months of personal trainer, thinking that will make me go. So I started that mid-March, March 15th, personal trainer. And they're great, but I'm stubborn and I'm stupid. And although I do what they want, I'm still eating terrible. I'm still inactive, except for when I work. And then 3 days a week when I go to the gym, I'm super inactive. My eating is really bad. And right now, I think I weighed in this morning at 275. So, I really want to get that back to at least 230. In a fantasy, I would get back to 200. Maybe 220. But at least 230. I'm 45 pounds more than I want to be right now. And it's falling off the wagon, not being vegetarian, then getting back on the wagon and being vegetarian, and then the weekend comes and falling off the wagon and going to Kings Island, which we've done 3 times. We went sometime in early May, and then Memorial Day weekend, and then last weekend. And whenever we do that, we think we're going to be good, and then we're not good. We eat all kinds of food. And then we binge and purge and binge and purge and binge. I mean, I don't mean like throw up, like stick our finger down our throats or anything, but like be real good and, be vegetarian and not eat a lot. And then all of a sudden, bam, we're at a steakhouse or at McDonald's or whatever. So anyway, 275, that stinks. And like I said, just listening to myself breathe when I went up those stairs is just insane. I could barely talk. So I'm going to use this to motivate me and create some pretend accountability by videoing my weigh-in, because I weigh myself every morning. So like I said, this morning I weighed in at like 275. I get up at 5 o'clock every morning, and one of the first things I do is take my medicine and weigh in. So I'm going to start recording my weigh-in and sharing that with anybody that wants to be shared with and see my weigh-in and try and create some imaginary accountability besides the obviously semi-important facts of not wanting to drop dead just yet. So that's what I'm going to do.